Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I take my pictures by myself, how I edit them, and all of that. I've gotten questions on how I take my own pictures because most of the pictures that are like on my Instagram and most of the pictures that I post, I take myself. And yeah, I really got into taking my own pictures probably like a year or so ago, because first of all, I started getting more into Instagram and wanting to post, and I had somebody there that could take pictures, but sometimes, you know, you just want to do it yourself. Like, you know your angles, you know what looks good, it's not gonna be awkward, you're just by yourself, you can vibe out and do whatever, take as many pictures as you want, you don't have to bother anybody. Like, it's just better to take your own pictures in my opinion, and you can do it anywhere. Like, I know that's one thing about taking your own pictures is like being embarrassed about like other people seeing you or whatever. I've taken pictures of myself in public. I mean, it's still like a little weird, but I'm kind of starting to get over it or whatever. But it is awkward, I'm not gonna lie, but you just have to do it, you know. But honestly, you don't even have to go out in public. Like, there's good picture places everywhere. Like, you just have to find what's good for you and what's good for your aesthetic or whatever, or the outfit or whatever that you have on. Like, a lot of my pictures on my page I've taken in the house. It's just finding different places that look good or have a nice background or have a cute, I don't know. But my point is, you can take your pictures anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be out in public. Outside pictures are good, but yeah, you can take your pictures anywhere. Today, showing y'all how I do this, I'm actually gonna be right outside of my house, so y'all will see, but I'm just gonna show y'all. Like, y'all can make something out of anything. All right, I'll show y'all my outfit when I start to take the pictures or whatever, but first I'm just gonna tell you guys what you need, what I use or whatever for the picture part. The editing part will come later. So first thing that you need is a tripod or a ring light and some type of remote. So the tripod I have is this one. It's kind of extended right now, but I got this from Amazon. I don't even know what it's called, but this is what it looks like. It's just a basic tripod. It was probably like $16, I think. It wasn't more than $20 on Amazon. And then it came with a Bluetooth remote that you can use to take the pictures. So that was nice. And you know how ring lights, they come with, like, obviously they come with a stand, so you can use a ring light as well. You don't necessarily need a regular tripod. I have both, but I just wanted the tripod because this is easier to take around. If I want to take pictures in public or whatever, it's easier to just move around than having like a full ring light with me. So I recommend getting one of these tripods, but you can also use a ring light. And you definitely need the remote because that's what's gonna help you take the pictures and actually hold the pictures and pose and whatnot. The next thing you need is just a basic phone. Like, I use my iPhone for all of my pictures. I use my iPhone in apps to edit. I use my iPhone for everything. iPhones have decent cameras, you know. You don't need a professional camera just to take some pictures. All you need is an iPhone. And a lot of people tell me or ask like how I get the quality of my pictures. I'm gonna explain that more once I start taking them, but your iPhone can produce quality pictures. That's all I'm gonna say for now. I'm gonna get more into it later. All right, so the tripod, your phone. The next thing is the location. So my outfit, okay, it's kind of like, well, it's winter, but it's a little cold outside. I'm trying to give like cold fall winter vibes or whatever. So my outfit, again, I'll show y'all once we start taking the pictures because you'll be able to see me fully, but I'll kind of explain it. I just have on like a long sleeve shirt, it's tied up. I have on a long skirt, this cardigan, and then I'm gonna wear some Converses, and I have this bag. This is so cute, but I have this bag that I'm gonna wear in the pictures. And so you see the vibe I'm giving. It's kind of like cozy, warm, fall, winter, whatever. You want your background and wherever you're taking the pictures to match your outfit. Like if you have on a swimsuit, you're not gonna want to take pictures in a parking garage. You know, that was like an extreme example, but just make the outfit in the background of your pictures make sense. Like if you're gonna go somewhere just for pictures, pick a place that makes sense. Like, I don't know, you just have to pick somewhere that makes sense and goes with the aesthetic, because to me that kind of throws pictures off. Or even if you're like super dressed up and you just take a picture in like a house in the corner of the wall, like that just don't look right. Like it just doesn't match the background. Like, and it doesn't have to be extravagant. Like I said, I'm about to take these pictures outside on my front porch. Like it doesn't have to be extravagant, but it just I'm not telling you what to do, but it just should make sense. Pictures look better when everything flows together. Like I said, I've taken pictures in the house, but I pick places that look good or kind of go with my outfit at the moment. So like that's really important as well, just making sure everything goes together, because I feel like that also makes the quality of the picture, makes a difference in the quality of the picture. I hope that makes sense. So your setup, background, and aesthetic is important as well. And yeah, everything else that I wrote I'm gonna get into once we start taking the pictures. So I'm about to go outside and we're gonna start. You guys can see me and we'll take it from there. Alright you guys, so like I said, I'm on my front porch. My plan was to take them like literally right here in this corner. I don't know if y'all can tell what I have on, but let me go in the sun real quick just to show y'all. Alright, so like I said, I have on this long sleeve shirt. I have this skirt. It has a slit in it. You can see it. And then I have on these gray Converse that match my gray cardigan. Oh my god, y'all, the cars are passing. See, when you take pictures outside, it's just awkward. So people just walk past. It's always gonna be awkward. But here's the bag, and yeah, that's just the vibe we're giving. But I'm gonna go back to the corner because this is where I want to take my pictures. The lighting is not the best, but like it's gonna have to work because this is where I want to do it. And before we even get into it, I just want to show you guys how I set up my phone before I put it in the tripod. So obviously you want to be on the camera, and I don't take my pictures with the phone facing me. I take them with the phone facing this way, as if somebody was taking them of me. I feel like they come out better when you do it that way. But I just have my regular photo. I don't do portrait or anything because I just don't like how that looks. And usually if it's dark outside, I'll use the flash, or if I'm in the house, I'll use the flash. And the flash is, to me, what adds crispness to a photo. It just makes the photo more sharp and more quality, in my opinion. But since I'm outside and it's light outside, I'm not going to use the flash, obviously. But when it's dark or when you're inside, I always say use the flash, even if it's like a lit area, because flash is what makes the picture more crisp to me. But we're not going to use that today. So if it was dark, I would put the flash on. But yeah, I just have it on the regular photo, regular 1x. It's not zoomed in or out. And then what I like to do is hold my phone so you get that yellow box, and that just makes sure it's focused as you're taking the pictures. So if you hold it down, it'll say AEAF lock, and that's how you know that it's focused and that it's gonna stay focused as you're taking the pictures. So once that's all set up, you want to make sure you go to your settings, make sure your clicker, your Bluetooth remote is connected to your phone, because obviously you need that. So mine lights up blue when it's connected, so that's how I know it's connected. And again, our phone is all set up in the camera, so now I'm gonna set it up in the tripod, and I'm just going to adjust the height of the tripod, take a couple sample pictures, see what looks good. So I'm just gonna let y'all watch me do that, and I'm gonna try to put y'all somewhere where y'all can see everything. And also a good tip to do before you take your own pictures is to wipe your back camera off, just to make sure there's no smudges, make sure everything's clear and crisp. I'm so sorry about this lighting, y'all. It's not good right here and it keeps going in and out, but the pictures will be fine. But yeah, wipe your back camera off to make sure that everything's clear and whatnot. I think I have it set up. I'm just gonna take a couple sample pictures. With the clicker, you want to make sure that you hide it somehow. So when I'm taking my pictures, the clicker might be behind my back, or if I do a pose where my hand is on my head or something, the clicker will be like behind my head. So you'll just see me hiding the clicker. And these are just sample pictures. I'm just seeing how they look, seeing if I need to change how the camera is set up. And I need to make it a little bit lower so it can get my full body. Y'all, there are so many cars passing and so many people like walking outside, and they looking at me like, girl, I didn't think all these people was gonna be outside, but it is what it is. All right, again, more sample pictures. I actually think that position is perfect. Another pro tip that I use while I'm taking my pictures, you just want to make sure you move around. You're by yourself, so you can move around and not feel awkward. Take as many pictures as you want. But you just want to make sure you move around, because you want to have options when you're picking your pictures, and a whole bunch of things to choose from, a whole bunch of poses and angles to choose from. So as you see me take the pictures, I'm just going to be moving. The camera cut off, but something that I had to learn is that even though you're moving, you want to make sure that you stay in one spot for a little bit. So like, say this is your pose, you want to take at least like 2 pictures before you move again. So move, but also try to stay still so you don't get blurry pictures or pictures that are just you moving around a lot. A bag is a good accessory to have in your pictures if you don't know how to pose for real, or you don't have a lot of poses in your head, because a bag, you know, you can hold it like this, you can hold it like, a bag is just a good holding prop, or anything that you can hold is kind of good, because you can kind of focus the attention on what you're holding rather than your poses, or they help with poses. So for the lighting, that's really my last tip, and I'm gonna just start taking the pictures and I'll let you guys watch me or whatever. And again, just moving, like I'm moving my poses, but I'm also moving my chin and my face just to get every possible angle I can. And I take a lot of pictures because, like I said, I just like to have options. Some people can be one and done, but that's not me. And then every now and then I just stop to check and see how it's going. Sometimes you can even like step closer or just come closer to the camera so you can get like different proportions, so everything is not the same. You can obviously crop pictures if you want to do that, or like people do detail pictures where they zoom in. You can obviously crop them, but you can move forward a little bit, so that can help with that. I've taken quite a bit now, so I'm just gonna look through them. I'm gonna let y'all watch me look through them. So I'm just gonna take my phone out of the thing. Honestly, I hope I got some good ones because I don't feel like taking any more. So let's see. Here's some of them. Some of these are weird because, like I said, I'm just moving. But like, ew, what is that? What is that? This is probably like my second time checking them. If I go through them and I find that like, okay, I like some of these have potential, then I'll just stop and begin like my choosing process of what exactly I want to post. I think that these are good. Like, I think that I got some good ones. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna go back inside, and then I'm gonna show y'all my process for choosing them, and I'm gonna show y'all how I edit them. So we're gonna go inside now. As y'all can see, that didn't take a lot of time. That was probably like 15 minutes total outside. So alright, so I'm back inside. I just took the pictures. They really did not take that long. And for this part, I'm gonna screen record my phone so I can show y'all exactly what I'm doing or whatever. Alright, so as y'all can see, this is quite a lot of pictures. So these first pictures are like the practice pictures. I can usually rule those out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete those. With this, it's just like a process of elimination. Like, I'm trying to get down to the least pictures I can because I'm not gonna post 10 pictures. Like, I usually try to get it down to 3 or 4 at the most, maybe 5 if it's just some that I really like. But yeah, so now we're going to start looking at the pictures. And like I said, the lighting was kind of weird, but it's also kind of like nice and, I don't know, like warm. So all the pictures that I like or think that I like, I heart. And that helps me again with the process of elimination, because once I heart everything that I like, I go through and delete the ones that I didn't heart because obviously I didn't like them. They don't need to be here anymore. So again, this whole process is just elimination because I'm just trying to get rid of as many pictures as I can because I obviously took a lot. So any pictures that I think I like, I'm just gonna heart them. And sometimes if I notice that there's a pose I was in that I didn't like, I kind of zoom back out and like skip over that pose because I know I'm not gonna like any. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and heart all of the ones that I like I said, and then I'm gonna come back once all of them are hearted and I've deleted the ones that I didn't like. Alright, I wish the lighting was better outside in these pictures, but I think we can make them look good in the editing process. I went ahead and narrowed down the pictures that I like, and there's 11 of them. So I'm just gonna swipe through, let y'all see which ones they were. Alright, so now in my process, again, I try to narrow these down. So pictures that I have like the same pose, but it's maybe like a different face, I try to pick just one out of those so I can have like different pictures with different posings, and so I'm not really repeating the poses unless I just really like them. But that's like a method I use to kind of narrow it down. So like these first two pictures, I like the both of them, but if I had to choose, I would probably say I like this one a little bit more. So this one might be rolled out. That was actually pretty fast. Again, I feel like it usually takes me longer than this to take the pictures, select them, edit them, but I think I'm trying to like move a little bit faster just because I'm making a video on it. I usually take a lot more time to do this, but I'm just moving a little bit faster today. But these are not bad. They still came out good. So now moving on to the editing process. So I really only use one app to edit, well, two apps to edit, Facetune and Instagram. In Facetune, I don't really like, you know, Facetune can be used to like alter your body or alter different parts. I don't really use it for that. I use Facetune mostly to add more detail to my picture. I'll show you guys once I get into the app. But I use that to add more detail to the picture, smooth it out if I need to, and also to just get rid of stuff. Like if I have a flyaway, I use Facetune to get rid of that. And then I use Instagram to edit the picture as far as like brightness, saturation, sharpen. I use Instagram for that. I used to use VSCO. I'll show you guys that app real quick. I still use it from time to time, but let's just click a picture. So let's say I chose this picture. When you click it and choose edit, you have the option of all of these like filters that you see, so you can use those. And then again, they have like basically the same thing Instagram has: exposure, contrast, adjust, sharpen, clarity, all of that. So I used to edit my pictures in here first and then put them in Instagram, but now I just take them straight to Instagram because I find it easier, and I like Instagram's options. They have the same stuff and it works the same. And I also like Instagram's sharpen tool better, so I just moved on to using Instagram solely for these things. But I will say VSCO is a good app. You can also save recipes. I think it's like a premium feature, so you may have to pay for that, but it used to be free, and I feel like they just made it to where you have to pay. But basically, recipes is where like if you edit a picture and you put the brightness here, saturation here, highlights here, basically it saves all of that and you can just apply it to another picture rather than having to go back in and adjust it the same. So you can just save the recipe and just apply it to a picture and it all just goes. So that was one thing that was cool about VSCO that I liked, but I don't really use it anymore, and I see that I can't even use it. Yeah, membership. I didn't used to need that, but regardless, VSCO is a good app if you just want to edit before you put it in Instagram, but I don't use that anymore. So let's head over to Facetune. I have both versions of Facetune, but the Facetune that I use is, I think this is the first version. As y'all can see, I was editing something, but alright, so we're just gonna go to the first picture. Alright, so here's the first picture. Again, I don't do much in this app, but they do have a lot of good like things you can use, like this whiten. I use it sometime, like I have this white in my shirt. If I want to brighten that up just to make it pop, I can go over like all of the white spots and it'll just pop a little bit more. So I actually might use that. Like there was white in my shirt, there's white in my bag, and then my shoelaces, I can whiten those up just to make them pop, and it kind of just adds a little bit of emphasis onto the details in your picture. So there's that. We can just save that. Again, I like to use the smooth. I don't know what the difference is between smooth and smoother, but I just use smooth, and I'll go over like my legs or something. And I don't do this every time, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just showing y'all like what can be done. And I don't really use anything else, but the one thing that I use that is like crucial in all of my pictures is this details tool So basically this tool, again, it just emphasizes whatever you put it on, and it just makes it pop. So usually I use it like on my lips, like let me see. Again, usually my pictures are more sharp than this, but because I was outside and like I didn't have flash and then the light was like away from me, it's kind of funny. But my lips, like if I brush it over my lips, it'll make them appear more glossy almost. If I brush it over my piercings, it'll add emphasis on those. Maybe my lashes, my eyebrows. It just makes the stuff darker, but I actually don't even like that, so we're just gonna erase because that was too much. My earrings, like any jewelry, it makes your jewelry pop. This is my belly ring. It'll make that pop. If I want to add more emphasis on the shirt, I can do that. Maybe add some detail in the skirt. And then I usually like to go over my hair and like my edges just to add more emphasis on that. And sometimes I go down the bridge of my nose to like emphasize my nose contour because you don't see my contour. But yeah, that's really it. If you're in a dark place and you have like pretty lights around you, if you use the detail tool, it'll like make those lights pop. The detail tool just makes stuff pop. Like your picture is here, but the details just takes it there, you know? It just helps. It just adds emphasis and it adds detail. Just play around with it because you can get like some cute stuff, and like minor details kind of make the difference of the picture sometimes. Like I use this details feature in all of my pictures, and again I feel like that's what helps my pictures look really crisp. Like a lot of people tell me like, or ask like, how do you get your pictures like so, you know? And this is how I do it. Well, this is part of how I do it. I'm only gonna edit this one picture, I think, just to use as an example. But yeah, so once I get that, I just save it to my camera roll, and I'm just gonna go into Instagram and show y'all exactly how I would edit it further. All right, so once I have my picture, the first thing I like to do is adjust it. So I think I just want to like adjust it a little bit. I don't want to be like all in the screen like that, but I just want to be a little bit more zoomed in. I want this top of my head to be a little bit closer to the top of the photo. So about right there is good for me. So I just press done, and then I have like favorites that I like to use in this list. So I usually always do brightness. Usually I bring my brightness down, but for these pictures, because the lighting was just not that light, I'm gonna brighten them instead of darkening them. So I'm gonna brighten them, and you just like play with it. So for now, I'm just gonna do like 6. I usually skip contrast, but yeah, I usually skip contrast. I usually skip structure. Sometimes I use the warmth. I don't want to warm it up anymore. I feel like it's fine. We could take away some warmth. So warmth, I'm just gonna do, we'll do -18. I don't know, that just looks good. And sometimes I double back and go back to brightness and like brighten it up even more. So really I just play with these. Like there is no certain recipe I use when I edit. I just play with them and do whatever looks right. Next I usually do saturation, but these pictures, they don't really need to be saturated for real. But saturation, I love some good saturation because it just brings color back into you, or more color. But I don't really think I need that today. I like to go in with shadows sometimes. I usually lessen it, but And then the last thing that I love is the sharpen tool. That is my favorite tool. That is really the key to making your photos more crisp. I will say, if the pictures that you take originally are not like crisp on their own a little bit, using the sharpening tool could make them look weird. Like if you have pictures that are blurry, or not blurry but kind of grainy because it wasn't like the best quality, sharpening them can make it look weird. So you just want to make sure your pictures are crisp and clear before you even get to this moment. And like I said, usually my pictures look a little bit different than this, but you know, because I'm outside and then the light wasn't shining on me, again, it's not really giving the same effect that they usually give, but it's still okay. So like once I sharpen, you can kind of just see the picture change a little bit, and I can't really explain it other than it sharpens the picture. It just sharpens your features, again, makes it more crisp. I feel like I'm using the same words, but that's all I can use to explain it. And then I just look at the picture so far, and I just go in and tweak anything else that I need to tweak, basically. And then when you hold it down in Instagram, you can see like what changed, so that also kind of helps. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat those same steps to all of my pictures, and then I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like in the Instagram lineup or whatever once I get them all in there. So be right back. All right, you guys, so I finished editing all of them. This is what they look like. I actually added a 5th one because I realized that I didn't have any that really showed my bag, so I just added this one and like cropped it and zoomed it in so it could be like kind of a details picture or whatever. But this is what they look like. I think they turned out cute. I still need to think of a caption. I may post it today, I don't know, but that is how I take my pictures by myself, my techniques, my tips, and what I use to edit and how I edit. A lot of people have asked me about that, so I just wanted to make a video on it. I hope somebody found this helpful, or I just hope you liked it if you watched this. I'll link everything below, like my tripod. I'll link the apps that I used below. I don't think there's anything else to link, but yeah, all the information will be down in the description box. And yeah, I hope you guys like that. Definitely like this video, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also turn on my post notifications so you can be notified every time I post a new video. Of course, share this video, all that good stuff. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.